students, in our last section we have seen the methods for expressing the attributes test condition, that is nominal, binary, ordinal and continuous. So today we will start with the next part, that is ID3 classification algorithm, which is used for decision tree. So ID3 classification algorithm builds the decision tree from a fixed set of examples. Then the resulting tree is used to classify the future samples. The example has several attributes and that belongs to class, and that class is such that it is such type of yes no class. Then the ID3 uses the information gained to help it decide which attribute goes into decision node. Means ID3 is basically used for building the decision tree, and that decision tree is built from the fixed set of examples. After that, the resulting tree is used to classify the future samples. Means first the tree is built from the data set, then it is used to classify the future samples. And such example has several attributes and that belongs to the class, that is yes no type. And the leaf nodes of the decision tree contains the class name, whereas the non-leaf node is the decision node. So the leaf nodes, as we have seen the various types of nodes already, so the leaf nodes that specifies what, that is the class name, that specifies the class name. And the non-leaf node that specifies the leaf node specifies the which is the class, and non-leaf node specifies the decision, and that's why it is called as the decision node as well. So the advantage of learning decision tree is that rather than a knowledge engineer, it elicits the knowledge from the expert. So this decision tree is developed by Joy Ross Quinlan in 1975 at the University of Sydney. So ID3 stands for iterative dichometer tree, and it is named because the algorithm iteratively, that is nothing but repeatedly, dichotomizes, means divides the features into two or more groups at each step. That's why it is called as iterative dichotomizer 3. Why? Because the particular algorithm is responsible for iteratively decomotizes features into two or more groups, where the particular tree or the algorithm is used in such a way that it is repeatedly dividing the features into various groups. So now when you are using this particular algorithm, the CLS algorithm is used. Means the base is CLS algorithm. The CLS is nothing but concept learning system, in which the instances are considered and the nodes are considered as yes no type. So the ID3 uses a top-down greedy approach to build the decision tree. In simple words, the top-down approach means that we start building the tree from the top, and greedy approach means that at each iteration we select the best feature at the present moment to create the node, and that's why it is called as the top-down greedy approach. Actually, this is the combination of two approaches, that is top-down approach and greedy approach. So top-down approach means we are building the tree from top to bottom, means from root node to leaf node, and greedy means at each iteration we select the best feature at present moment so that we can create the node. Most generally, ID3 is only used for classification problem with nominal features only. Means generally the ID3 is used for classification problem with the nominal attributes, means it can have many values in that. The ID3 algorithm selects the best feature at each step while building the decision tree. Before you ask the answer to the question that how does ID3 select the best feature, because many times I am saying that it selects the best feature, So it uses the information gain. It is very necessary. It uses the information gain. So information gain is nothing but it measures the expected reduction in the entropy. Information gain calculates the reduction in the entropy and measures how well the given feature separates or classifies the target classes. That is nothing but information gain. What it does, it calculates the reduction in entropy and measure how well the given feature separates the target classes. The feature with the highest information gain is nothing but the best one. So now we will see what is entropy, because what it is doing, it is reducing the entropy. So we will see what is entropy. So entropy is the measure of disorder. Entropy of a dataset is the measure of disorder in the target feature of the dataset. In case of binary classification, where the target column has only two types of classes, entropy is 0 if all values in the target column are homogeneous. Means if the target column values are similar, then the entropy is 0, and it is 1 if the target column has equal number of values for both the classes. That is nothing but entropy, where it is nothing but the measure of uncertainty about the source of messages, and it gives us the degree of disorganization in our data. That is nothing but entropy is. So for ID3 actually the few requirements are there, that is attribute value description. It is nothing but the same attributes and that must describe example. Then predefined classes, whatever attributes we are using should have the classes that should be already defined. Discrete classes, that is nothing but it should be sharply delineated, means continuous classes are broken into vague categories. Sufficient examples means we should have enough test cases so that we can distinguish into the valid patterns. That is nothing but the ID3 algorithm. ID3 algorithm is nothing but iterative algorithm. Why it is called as such? Because the reason is it is used for building the decision tree. It is the iterative decommutator tree because it is built in such a way that it iteratively decommutizes features into various groups, and by using the information gain and how it is built, it is built by top down greedy approach, where we are starting from top and going to down, and greedy approach is taking the best one. The best one is taken by using information gain. Information gain is nothing but reduction in entropy, and entropy is nothing but the measure of disorder in the target feature. So this is about ID3 classification algorithm, which is used for building the decision tree. In our next section, we will see the types of the decision trees. Thank you.